In this video, we're going to take a look at some post-installation configuration settings. We're going to show you how to set up the message template. I'm also going to show you how to configure support with your custom domain. Across the top of the screen, we see these tabs. The first tab that I want to go visit is going to be Design. And you'll see this message here. And we're going to click on that button that says Open Message Templates. The plan that I'm currently using only allows me to have one template, but if you upgrade to the premium plan, I forget what it's called, you can have multiple templates. When you come here, you're not going to have a template, so you'll be able to click on that new message template, but after you have one, if you're using the basic plan, that's all you can create. I'll go ahead and click on it, so I can show you what my template looks like. You can see that I've typed this message right here. Join me. I share value daily. That's going to be my call to action inside the message they'll receive. There'll be a button they can click on, and that'll take them to my Facebook business page. I also have a custom subject line and default message body. So when they receive an email, they'll see this custom subject line. Edgar sent you a video email. And the default message will be, hi. It's either going to say their first name, and if there is no first name, it'll simply say the word there. I recorded this personalized message for you. You can see over here on this area of the screen what it'll look like. This is what the message will look like. There's my subject matter the user will see. There's the default message. I'll show you how you can create your own custom message when you actually create the email. And if I scroll down, there's this area down here that says tips. And this part right here is pretty interesting to note. Right down here. It actually says if you don't have the contact's name stored, then you can type the following. You can type this field first name, and then you have this pipe symbol. This pipe symbol is right above the enter key, that vertical line. So if there's no first name, it'll use whatever that word is. In my particular case, I decided to use the word there, and you can see that right here. Whether or not you want to capitalize the word there with a capital T is entirely up to you. You can try it both ways, lowercase, uppercase, and decide what you want to do. All right, this looks good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Settings. We'll see this in the upper right-hand corner. Let's click on Settings. And that'll take us to this page. And you can see that we have the Edit Profile, Language Region, Notification, Change Password. I'll just click on Edit Profile. My bio, mentor, digital advertiser, entrepreneur, email address, add your profile picture. I'll click on Go Back. And I'll let you explore these pages on your own. But I am going to go to my messaging, and I'm going to look at this resend workflow. This page here allows you to configure the subject line, the email body, and the number of days. So if a Bonjoro is created and sent out and somebody doesn't watch it, you can actually have Bonjoro send out another email and remind them, hey, did you see my message that I sent you earlier? I'll click on Go Back. You can also see the email content, so I'll click on that. Every time you create a Bonjoro and you record your message, you have the opportunity to see some thumbnails. So when you're recording your video, the camera will take a series of still shots, and you can pick whichever one you want. So if you weren't smiling when you first started, you started to smile 2 seconds later, maybe it's there. You can also use a GIF. If you have a static GIF you'd like to use, you can use that, but you have to upgrade your account to gain access to that. And right here, this area right here, this is what you're going to see in the footer of the message. And if you want to change that, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to go back. Now let's take a look at this domains and aliases. So I'll click on domains and aliases. And you can see right now by default, it should be configured to use my default Bonjoro email address. And this is what it looks like right here. So when the recipient receives an email from you, it'll say edgar.machado@inbound.bonjoromail.com. That doesn't look too professional. And if they reply to you by clicking on the reply button that's available to them inside the message they receive, it's going to be forwarded to the email address that you signed up with, and the email address you have currently configured in your settings. What if you want to use your own custom domain? Then you want to come here and choose Send from my business domain. And before you can actually choose that, you have to integrate Bonjoro with your custom domain. You can do one of two things. You can use this setup button, the setup hyperlink that you see right here, or you can go to domain and click on that. They both take you to the same place. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'll click on the Connect Now button. And you can read this message down here. It says, your domain. We use your current email address to populate the domain list. So I signed up with Edgar at aresmarketinggroup.com. Therefore, it'll automatically select that. And if your domain's not showing up, there's a hyperlink right there that says update your email address here. So that's correct. So I'll click on the next button. Then you'll see this information right here. And notice these two copy buttons. You're going to be copying and pasting this information. I'm using HostGator. If you're using Atama, I'm sure the process is similar. I'm not using Atama, so this video does not show information about setting up domain integration with Atama. But if you're using Atama, it should be relatively straightforward and similar to what I'm going to do here. Now, I need to go to my cPanel, my control panel in HostGator. So I've logged into the control panel for my custom domain. And I want to go to my advanced DNS editor. So over here on the left-hand side of the screen, I'll choose Domains. I'm looking for my advanced DNS editor. Here it is, right here. And so I'll click on that. And we're going to add a record. The type of record that we're going to add is a text record, TXT record. And it actually tells you, if you go back to Bonjoro, it actually tells you right here the type of record you're going to be creating. So make sure that you choose TXT record. Right here where it says name, you're just going to do a copy and paste. Where it says name, this is what you want. So you'll simply click on that copy button, come back here, and paste it right there. This TXT data, you're going to get this huge string right here. And so there's a copy button as well. So just click on that copy button, then come back here and paste it. And this TTL, that stands for time to live. And I just looked at the time to lives for the other records, and I believe that's in seconds. So I simply type that same value, 14,400. And after you specify the information, you can click on Add Record, and what it looks like, you can see what it looks like this. And this is what's going to allow your custom domain to communicate with Bonjoro, so you can actually use that custom email when you send out emails. And after you specify the information, It's going to take about 24 hours for the DNS information to update inside Bonjoro. And you can tell when it's ready to go because when you come back here and you go to domains and aliases, you should be able to now select send from my business domain, and you should also now, after you choose send from my business domain, you should be able to see your email address. It'll say via verified domain. Once again, it's going to take about 24 hours for the DNS information to update. And I would recommend that you configure Bonjoro with your custom domain. Now, let's go to Zapper. We were looking at Zapper previously, and there's something that I omitted. I wanted to mention this to you. I mentioned that you can see your zaps on the Zapper tab. So we go there. And we can see the zap right here on the screen. What I forgot to mention was this. If you wanted to make changes to the zap, you can click on Edit. And it'll take us to this page. And this page might look familiar. That's one of the pages we saw in the previous video where we configured it. And I didn't mention anything about it. I just left it there. And so I'll go back to my dashboard in the upper left-hand corner. And so that's the relationship between what you see here and that page. Now this zap is on. And if you wanted to, you can easily remove this zap by clicking on the trash. And it tells you the zap must be off. Okay. So I'll just click on it to turn it off. And then I'll choose trash. And it'll give you the opportunity to confirm that. It says, really move to trash. No, I don't want to do that. I just wanted to show you how to do that. So it's really easy to configure Bonjoro and get response integration. So if you wanted to configure it, then delete everything, then try it again, delete everything, try it again, you can. And one of the reasons why you might want to configure something, deconfigure it, reconfigure it again, deconfigure it, is you might actually use Bonjoro as a value add to your prospects. So you might create your own training videos, and when somebody signs up to your funnel, you might use this as an incentive to go ahead and download your PDF document. So you might create your own training videos or share with them that there's this great tool that you can use to send out these custom emails, or you might tease them. And you might say something to the effect of, and I'll even show you how I sent you this custom email. And once they get involved in your funnel and you're actually talking with them, you can use this as a value add. All right, so I just wanted to show you the relationship between this screen and what happens when you edit it, because I did not mention that in the previous video. So let's go back to Bonjoro. So we're done here. And I'm going to go to go back. And that's going to be it for this this post configuration video. I'm going to let you explore some of the other areas of the screen. One thing that I will point out, but we're not going to look at it in any of these videos, is that you can actually share your Bonjoro duties with team members. And if you want to look at your message templates, that's where we just were earlier. It might look familiar. Or if you want to look at your edit details for your team, you can. But I don't have any of that information in these videos. I'm going to let you discover that on your own. So that's going to be it for now. In the next video that's coming up, I'm actually going to show you how to record your videos. So we'll take a look at how we can go ahead and create the videos. I'm also going to show you how you can import multiple email addresses at one time. So I'll see you in the next video.